Well, good evening. Here we are at the Flying Can Ranch, Cedar Creek, Lake, Texas. Earlier today, I did a tabletop review on a Umarex Synergis 177 caliber. I'm going to throw this phone down here, and we're going to make a little film, and we're going to wrap this up. And we'll go over what I like and what I don't like about it. So let's rock and roll. Loaded, ready to go. That sits right there. Line them up, giving it a run. Yeah, that was kind of not what I wanted. All right, here we go. Still going here. Oh yeah, still going down. Well, let's see what we got. Yeah, I guess I just got him that one time and came out the backside. I skinned him right there. And still, the scope's really high on this yet. So I got it right here. And, came right out. I trapped this guy. So I kept hammering. I lost count, but, I'm kind of all over the place. Up here top, down here. Skinned it once. But definitely cleared right on out. So, let's go back with the table. Let's really talk about this for a moment. What I like, what I don't like. My dog just thinks she's got to be on my chair today. Excuse me. Started to lose a little light, and I got something else I want to test today. Look at this. This dog is so spoiled. She is just so spoiled. She's just so spoiled. Okay, let's go over it real quick. Unlike the 22 caliber I had before, this one has been shooting fairly good, very consistent. I did have a case where I messed up and I double loaded the pellets, and this right here is very handy for that. I don't remember if I have. No, I didn't bring my glasses. It's a little rod. Maybe you can see it right there. You can buy them at Lowe's or whatever, about that size. And that's how I tapped them out. Brass, it won't damage your thread. Right up front, there are three things on this gun that are almost a killjoy. It's very loud, even where I live. I think it could disturb the neighbors. It definitely disturbed me. It's very loud. Second of all is the trigger. There's no way to adjust this trigger, and you're not going to convince me it's a 3-pound pull. So you're kind of all over the place. I actually had a can. I'll go up there later and show you. And something else I want to show you too. I had one I had kind of trapped, and I got kind of consistent with it. But I guess the little magazine, the 12-shot, I forgot to mention that, is all right. It's just that I guess when you're empty, you're supposed to line up. There's a little white dot or something that you're supposed to be able to see when you're doing this and you're getting down to your last shot. But it's very hard to see it, as far as I'm concerned, and it just doesn't jive with me. It does fit in very loose, and it's very easy to double load it if you're not careful. So if you think you made a mistake, go ahead and cock it back, pull it, and then get your magazine out. Then put it cock it back and shoot it, and that way it'll keep you from because I've already done this once today with this one. So all in all, I kind of like the gun, except for the fact that it's just so loud in that trigger. I'm just not real keen about the magazine setup and the way it counts out your shots. I think Game-O just absolutely rules in that respect. Again, it's a heavy gun. It's about 9 pounds, and I just sitting here in the chair, and these little monkeys over here they just took a nap in my lap, and they already think they got to be with me again. They're so spoiled. Another thing I wanted to point out, that this thing is supposed to be putting out like, and I'm guessing since I'm using alloy pellets, and I used some Crossman, kind of domed when I did this. Earlier today, I was whacking over on these over here, and, got in here, but I was shooting at the bottom, and you can see I only punctured one hole in the bottom of the can. And this can here, well, I hit it dead on, and, it didn't really puncture that. Of course, it's not really broke in yet. You can see where I hit this one a multitude of times, but really didn't punch at the bottom of the can. And I've got guns that were right out of the box that would do that. So, am I going to return it? Probably not. I'll just hang on to it, and I'll bust it out every now and then and and shoot it. Maybe after 200, 300 pellets, that might settle down and quit being so loud. But this is kind of up there with my Walther Ferris. You know, it's just what? Look at these guys. They just won't leave it alone. Just very, very loud. It's definitely not going to be. You live in a urban area, it's definitely not backyard friendly. Accuracy, that's the problem. I feel you lose your accuracy due to that trigger. Scope, for something that came on a package deal, I mean, I made it work. It's all right. It needs to be adjusted a little bit more. But the trigger and the sound are the two things that really bother me. I'm not real big on this magazine. I can kind of deal with that if you learn how to count. I just lost count on that last shot. Of course, you could tell it. But I don't know. I'll just hang on to it and roll with it and bring it out every now and then. And that's about as honest review as I can give. At least this one didn't, you know, shear up the pellets. I put several magazines through it today. And other than error operator, I didn't have a problem with its operation. It didn't shear them off like it did in the 22 version. And it's actually working. And maybe, like I said, after 200-300 rounds, maybe it'll settle down a little bit. I wish there was a way you can adjust the trigger, but you can't. I just want to put it out as honest as I can put it. I don't have anybody that sponsors me or any of that kind of thing, so I can kind of say what I want to say. And so I do. And I think there's better guns on the market, so for what they want for it, I don't see the advantage. I've never really seen the big advantage about this fast follow-up shots. You know, I think that's kind of a sales gimmick. And again, I think Gamo kind of rules that, and even that has a few problems. So it doesn't bother me to have to load a pellet after each shot. So hey. So at any rate, that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. Catch y'all later.